to talk about beer. Jesus, get a different video.
Oh, that's because it's not steak.
What?
Get some different friends.
Anyway.
Talk about, like, cool stuff,
Good
like
afternoon,
video game.
everyone. Welcome to this Smudcast number 914. Killing demons is awesome, actually, and it's not about killing people with beer or demons with beer.
We don't kill people with beer.
You could. Anyway. Anyway.
Therefore, for not handling it.
This video came out 2 weeks ago at 220,000 views from Master Samwise. We actually covered a Master Samwise video a few months back. We love the guy. He's fantastic. And I don't think we had much to say. It was just a great video. Like, this guy's great. And we just went, yep, we agree with everything he said. And we called it a day. That was that. So
that sounds not engaging. I mean, it's fun to watch, I'm sure, but what are we here for then?
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of concerned with, because we like him so much. It's like, everything he does is great. So maybe we'll have some interesting takes on Doom, or maybe Freerun. I don't know about K-pop Demon Hunters. Has anyone watched that?
Oh, no, don't. Oh, that's everywhere in the UK right now. It's fucking annoying.
What? It's not over yet? How's it not
it's
gone already? It was just one movie.
It's found its audience, which is like 5-year-old kids.
Oh, belatedly. 5-year-olds?
I thought Netflix releases stuff at the same time worldwide, or at least within a week.
Well, I do kind of look like Barbies.
It's still big over here. The guy I work with, he's got a 5-year-old son who's big into it. And my work colleague's like, I'm very worried, but this might turn him gay.
What?
No, Korean.
Turn him Korean?
Which might be the same.
What?
Considering have you seen their birth rates?
No.
They're under 1.
Okay, that's
most
weird.
Most babies are under 1, Wisp.
Statistically, that's not. I mean, you're just doing the aggregate, so it doesn't really make a difference. But still, yeah, it is bad that it is beneath 1. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're going to talk about demons and how demons are the personification of evil. And there's many stories about demons and D&D and Judeo-Christian mythos, etc. So
I expect at least a mention of Devil May Cry.
That would be nice. I would appreciate the demon hunter there. Yeah, lots of demon hunters in that story. So yeah, that'd be nice to see. But maybe he's just going for the big names that the social medias has said to the world that demons are actually okay. And the arguments therein, I don't know. We'll find out.
Killing them is okay.
That's my question. Why K-pop Demon Hunters is there? Because they're not all irredeemable in K-pop Demon Hunters, which is the point of the story. It's the 90s twist, or since the 90s, the twist of they're redeemable. They're good ones. They're just straight off the path or something like that.
Yeah, just like in DMC.
Yeah, but it's the thing is, the problem era that we've been through is where the exception who is actually just misunderstood and actually totally redeemable, that's been the dominant one, like the only one where now every demon is actually not evil, which is the tieflings in D&D now that have been completely rewritten into their opposite. That's garbage, because the actually evil people with the dark tetrad traits, narcissism, psychopathy, sadism, they've been trying to tell us that evil is actually not evil. It's actually totally okay and good, and we should take the abuse because that's just how they are. We need to respect their narcissism culture. But, well, yeah, that's what evil people would try to tell us, wouldn't they?
Anyway, we'll see what this gentleman has to say about, I believe, Doom, Freerun, and K-pop. Unless he's got other topics, we'll find out. Anyway, let's get going.
Whenever demons are in media, you can count on at least one of 2 reactions. Ironically, the opponents of demonic portrayal are, I'm quite sure, on opposite ends of...
Oh, yes, a face.
Well, any number of spectrums. Political, social, religious, culture.
This is not an insult, but why does he look like Lex Luthor from Batman vs Superman?
I think he has the grey one look down.
I'm trying to place him. Yeah, there's other looks for bald men. I can't quite put him into.
Yeah,
it's just the big eyes that make it eerie. If he grew out hair, he would be the man of the ladies.
Okay.
The man of the lady.
That's I'm not sure where you're going with that, but okay.
You mean a ladies' man?
Yes.
Okay, that's different. The man of the ladies. I'm like, wait a second.
Oh yeah.
The thing of the lie. I'm like, whoa. It's anyway.
Take your pick. On one extreme, you have people protesting games like Doom, which...
Wait. People are protesting Doom? How long has Doom been out? This has been out for like years now.
This is since 2016, the current direction.
Yeah.
He took probably the example of the in-joke in Doom where they went about, don't call them demons, they are mortally challenged. Let's not be insulting to our new arrivals.
Says the evil corporation harvesting energy from hell.
Yeah.
Mortally challenged. Okay.
Like in reality.
Okay.
Picks enemies galore, the upside-down pentagrams that they scribble on the floors, humans making deals with the denizens of hell, and of course, gobs and oodles of blood and gore. At the opposite end of the spectrum, you have those who object to the treatment of demons in shows like Freerun, Beyond Journey's End.
Okay, so this is the opposite end? I thought this would be the same ballpark. I'm a little confused.
Well, they're not just beasts in Freerun. I think that's what he means.
Okay.
That here they're more the subversive types instead of just the wild boar that charges through you with horns and then eats your balls.
I guess the violence or the impact of what the demons do is very different in Fear than it is in Doom. So yeah, okay.
I don't know anything about that show.
Oh, you got to watch it.
It's amazing.
It's fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's actually
when
really
your kiddies are older, this is the one they need to watch so that they understand what evil people actually are, how they operate.
It's kind of like taking, I wouldn't say European mysticism or medieval stuff. It's kind of more Japanese idea of D&D and just putting all these morals into it and a fine story of a person trying to find her humanity after the death of a loved one. It's so simple and so pleasing and smooth and beautiful that I think everyone should. It's just one of those shows like Bebop is not for everyone, but you would recommend it because it's so good. It'll
be timeless.
Yeah, this is like that. It's just a different vibe entirely.
Yeah, and the demons, for context talk, in Freerun are basically all just psychopaths. They have no remorse.
Yeah, they naturally
no kinship. They just act mutually together for whichever goal they align with at the time, and they just they're basically magical beasts that began to mimic humans because it allows them to better hunt their prey. And that went through an evolutionary process where they now just use words as tricks.
Yeah.
They lie.
It's like we talk about the personification of evil, like this is it. Like this is either you want to use the word ontological or teleological, like they are it. And it's so clear that it doesn't matter what nice things they say or how they come across as being, I guess they look good or whatever. No, they will kill you. You just don't know when.
Yeah, and it's so it hits you so well in like with a scalpel in the face, not with a brick. That
whoa.
When they explain, when they make comments like about a mother or father, and then when they are among themselves, they say, "Oh, well, what is a mother?" And the other says, "I have no idea. But humans always are like as if paralyzed for a few seconds when you say the word in a crying fashion. That way you can stop them from killing you while you're down." This is how they operate. It's just it's pure hard logic.
Psychopathic, evil creatures.
Yeah.
So like my ex.
Yeah. And well, it's effectively the cluster B. It's the dark tetrad. This is what psychopaths are like. Freerun has, I would say, the best depiction of the average psychopath in media, and that you can learn from as well at the same time, and should. and how to deal with them, because the only way you can deal with them is, well, with force, because they will simply take what they want, and by any means necessary. And as if on cue, the SJWs complained about the complaining about the demons was racist, and that Frieren was racist against demons, and that the demons are actually not bad. Just like this guy who defended Griffith.
This was like right after, or was it before, they talked about jobless reincarnation and the things they didn't like about that. It was just this constant, oh, this is popular, let's attack this now. It was this silly combination of, oh, this is perverted, therefore it's bad. It's like, no. It's fine.
The irony of the left saying this is perverted.
Oh, well. These are the people who side with the mouth of Sauron.
Okay.
Which is ravenous monsters whose only desire is their own survival, which must be brought about through the death, destruction, and consumption of humans, and thus as creatures who can be disposed of without guilt or remorse. While one side protests the supposedly corrupting presence of demonic elements on screen, the other bemoans their alleged genocide at the hands of Frieren and company. To both these camps, I would just like to say, killing demons is awesome, actually.
Yes.
There are two equal and opposite errors into which our race can fall about the devils. One is to disbelieve in their existence. The other is to believe and to feel an excessive and unhealthy interest in them.
All right. If you're going to study morals, ethics, or philosophy of ethics, C.S. Lewis pops up a lot. We're then getting into like, not ontological, but like objective believers of good and evil. So Plato, Aristotle, kind of, sort of. And there's a few other guys that are modern, but C.S. Lewis gets quoted a lot just because he's a playwright. So, yeah, good. This guy knows his stuff.
Yeah, and always when you see these mythological creatures, the actual stories which they hail from, try to read them not as there's this monster with these elements, like with this specific look or something, but look at it as a metaphor. And all the attributes it has, all the behaviors it espouses, that is what the monster actually is. And if it's described as a specific type of ugly or a chimera, like a Medusa is a chimera with snakes, then that is simply to help you understand what type of evil person that is supposed to represent. Like the witches in the Grimm fairy tales, they all represent different types of pathological women. Like the one in Hansel and Gretel, that is the Oedipal mother who feeds you, who doesn't let you leave, but in the end consumes you because she deprives you of an actual life.
C.S. Lewis says it better than I ever could, but he also lays out the problem quite succinctly, so let me draw lines between that quote from the preface of the Screwtape Letters to my own introductory statement. Those who don't believe in devils, or demons, I'll use the terms interchangeably in defiance of Wizards of the Coast, are less likely to believe in objective good and evil. There's not a perfect overlap, obviously, and if you happen to find yourself in the camp that believes morality to be objective and evil to be real, but doesn't know about the existence of intellects bent on human damnation, I still think you'll appreciate this video, because you will recognize the true irredeemable evil that exists within the demons depicted in Frieren. You won't find yourself on Blue Sky wondering about demon genocide.
Yeah, whenever you go to Blue Sky, you're going to find all this shit. Like, yes, no kidding. That's why you don't go on Blue Sky.
That's where the demons are.
That's where all the psychos are.
Yeah, and it was even... The crazy thing is, Blue Sky was too demonic for Mark Hamill.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Mr. TDS himself? Oh my god.
Yeah, he left again. Maybe also because he didn't get any attention there.
Well,
because nobody is there.
Didn't he leave Twitter before and then he came back?
Yeah, but he came back.
Oh. Okay.
Again.
It's kind of like
they always leave.
Yeah, they say they're going to leave this. They're going to leave this country when Trump gets elected, and I think only one left. And it was like Ellen DeGeneres. I was like, all right, good for her. She said what she was
got kicked out.
Oh, she got kicked out. What happened?
What, from the US?
She got outed as like an abuser and
Oh,
like a
really?
horrible person on the show. So the left sort of like exiled her. So she left.
But only
to go
if
to
she
the
abused the
whitest
wrong
part of the
person.
country.
Then she joined the UK.
So she went to like the whitest part of England.
Yeah.
There's now praise on our immigration status because look, there's no browns here. It's like my god.
Oh dear. Oh, don't start that. Yeah.
Also, so she moved to a safe place in the UK.
Yeah.
Well, with her money,
Of
yeah,
course.
she would have to. Yeah. Anyway.
That means she has a lot of
Might
spare
go any
rooms.
worse than pest extermination. On the other side of the coin, people worry about games like Doom or Diablo because they fear young people developing an excessive and unhealthy interest in the demonic. It's
That's 80s mom's
not-
Catholic talk. What is going on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's and this is what I believe is the actual pendulum. It is the emotionally immature. It is the narcissists. And back then, that was the Christian moms. Then we had the SJWs, and now we can already observe these weird, mentally deranged people popping up on what they call the right wing again, where they now call for, oh, we must cover up the women, and there's too much sex and violence in the video games. It's popping up on the other side
understandable
again.
fear. Deals with the devil are decidedly bad ideas, 100% of the time. The thing is, though, that's exactly what Doom shows us. I am, of course, referring to the 2016 game. I'm sorry, OG fans, I don't know much about Doom lore prior to that year.
Yeah, there's not much Doom lore.
The lore is the demons. Shoot the
Hamster
demons.
hamster captured. Go kill.
There
Go
there
find
actually is plenty of lore with modern Doom. They just don't shove it in your face.
Oh, not modern Doom. I mean, 90s.
Well,
90s.
classic. That was with classic Doom. That was kind of the point.
Oh yeah.
This was with most games. It's just, okay, we are on some space station thing and there's demons. Close the portal
Yeah.
where the demons come from. That's all you
Yeah,
need to know, and it's cool.
Yeah, and modern Doom knew that and decided to keep the lore behind like the optional like codex pages and stuff that you can read if you want, but you don't have to understand what's going on.
Yeah, it's the same with Halo, the same with other popular, very well-known franchises in this genre. Yeah.
Same
mean,
with
it's to the point-
Wolfenstein. You have some castle somewhere deep in Germany full of Nazis, and then there's Mecha Hitler at the bottom, and you kill him. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But the German government needed to ban it completely because according to them it was glorifying Nazis.
Really.
Even though you were doing the exact opposite
You
in
were
the game itself.
blowing
Yeah,
them
but
up.
there were swastikas in the game, and you were
Oh.
shooting humans, and we can't have that.
Well, okay, if the argument you're fighting the German army, maybe okay, but they were wearing the symbols themselves, so it's like, okay, well, they're technically
Yeah, but the government said Nazis love this game because there's so many swastikas in it.
Oh Jesus. Anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's socialist logic for you.
But in the modern era, the Union Aerospace Corporation, or UAC, discovers an interdimensional source of argent energy. And because humanity will apparently build a portal to hell itself rather than build nuclear power plants, the UAC begins doing all sorts of experiments with this new source of energy, including ill-fated incursions into the demonic dimension, until finally one of its scientists, Olivia Pierce, makes a deal with the Demon Lord. In exchange for her aid in their invasion of our world, she would become a god. Gee, I wonder what that sounds like. This deal of Olivia's is the inciting incident of the game. It is what leads to the Doomslayer being called upon to send the denizens of hell back whence they came. And he does. With gusto. Look,
Yeah.
Doom is not what anyone would call a deep game. No one is going into it expecting an
classic
experience like God of War or Red Dead Redemption
That
2
was
or
not a good
Clair
game.
Obscur Expedition 33. Those games have deep and
Lost
rich
Nonsense is
philosophies,
not
all
no.
worth exploring.
The other two are deep, not God of War, not
All
modern
the
God of War.
others, yeah, all the others, but not God of War Norse nonsense.
No.
That is destruction. It's destruction.
And like I said, modern Doom is at least a little deep. It's just optional.
Yeah. Pretentious games that pretend to be deep and complex and wise, they don't count.
And they don't even remotely compare to the games that are that.
I think Red Dead. I just read it today. Actually, Red Dead Redemption 2 is the 4th most sold video game ever. Which I'm not even sure how you measure that.
I'm not surprised.
Oh yeah.
The amazing thing about it is it's been nearly 8 years since it came out, and it's still like top in chart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Anyway.
In video essays, but Doom's message, if you can call it that, is far more succinct. Don't do deals with the devil. And of course, killing demons is awesome, actually. The game makes the former point clear any number of times, including right near the beginning when the chief UAC scientist tries to serve the Doomslayer some utilitarian nonsense about the necessity of their research into hellish energy.
You must understand, our interest in their world was purely for the betterment of mankind. Everything has clearly gotten out of hand now. But it was worth the risk, I assure you.
Doom is exceedingly clear. I mean, what, did you expect subtlety from the game about killing demons with a shotgun? That whatever power humanity or human individuals might gain from messing around with the demonic is not worth it. Evil is not something that can be used for your own ends, even if they have...
What, you would not try to colonize hell? Like, just because heaven failed doesn't mean that man needs to.
And
have some faith in yourself.
The weird thing is that that's kind of what the UAC were trying to go for in the long term, but obviously that wasn't going to pan out at all.
They were just not trying hard enough.
Ones, and then tossed aside without consequence. Using dastardly means to achieve your goals will infect you with the desire to do more, to go further, to dig too greedily and too deep. One does not simply play with hell power and walk away unscathed. Doom hits you with that moral about as gently as a blast from the BFG 9000. If any player walks away from this game thinking, wow, messing around with the forces of darkness for my own benefit sounds super fun, it's not the game's fault. Doom used every weapon in its considerable arsenal to show gamers that demons are not to be trifled with, and should instead be executed on sight with extreme prejudice. That also seems to be the case in the latest smash hit featuring soul-stealing fiends, K-pop Demon Hunters. Our protagonists are introduced through an action sequence in which they sing confidently and gleefully about their own ability to tear through the hordes of demons without breaking a sweat.
When you mess with our fans,
we need to make it hurt.
Okay, cool. Devils are bad. Humans kill them. Everything is simple. And then Jinyu shows up.
yours are so gross.
Now, to be clear, Jinyu is not an evil spirit, but a man who made a deal with the Demon Lord. In his case, temporary health, safety, and comfort on Earth in exchange for an eternity spent serving Gima's dastardly designs. I do have some unanswered questions about this movie's world building that still bug me to this day. Like, how is it possible that a demon fathered a child? Is that a regular occurrence? Are the other Saja boys all...
That's Korea stuff for you. You need to read Asian folklore nonsense.
How is it possible that a demon can father a child? I mean, dude, we already had that. We have already experienced that. It's called Devil May Cry. Sparta. My dude.
Yeah.
It's not
Don't
anything
forget
new
all the
either.
animal spirits that do weird stuff with humans over in Japan.
We could have
on
a
a
list
whole
of
other
games.
level too.
Yeah, there's a list of games and mythos from Japan, Asia, etc., that have demonic elements or devils or this and that spirit doing dastardly things. So, but no, this is specific to the lore of this movie and how it works. So,
how did the Greek guy do the whole thing with the bull form again?
The Greek guy in the bull form. Are we talking about a god, a Greek god like Zeus?
We're talking about the Minotaur here.
Okay.
No, yes, I was talking about Voof. Voof. Why do you pronounce it that way?
What?
What are you on about?
Vooth?
Spell it. Don't just blow into the microphone.
Well, that's how you say it. Voof.
Is that a Greek word for a drink?
Yeah, but spell it out for us.
Zeus.
Sauce? What are you talking about?
So spelling. So what you do with spelling is you put the individual letters.
Okay.
You say the individual letters. You don't just
S.
Okay, we're gonna keep going. I'm lost.
In Zeus.
Also their souls, or do they just assume human?
Hold on, sorry. You tried to say the word Zeus and sounded like someone's Hoover packing out.
What the fuck?
Zeus, the Greek king of the gods, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he has a lot of children. What was
Because he
your
was
point?
asking
Demons-
how a demon can have a child with a human. Well, there's other weird creatures that have children with humans.
Yeah, but he's curious about the narrative and the story, not in general, like how other stories have gods mating with humans and having the same gametes and blah blah blah. No, he's not too worried about that.
Yeah, well, for that, then you just need to look into the folklore of Korea.
I mean, in
Yes,
DMC, it's the fact that Sparta defeated the Demon King, and after he left the safety of the Earth to humanity, he decided to settle down. That's literally it.
Yeah, but that's a Christian theme.
Well, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Let's keep going.
Form through demons we see at the film's beginning, but those are secondary concerns. The primary worry one might have upon the appearance of this suave, charming, humorous antagonist is that the movie is attempting to say something along the lines of, well, demons aren't actually so bad, you know, look, this one's kinda sorta trying to be better. And if that's how you or anyone you know interpreted Jinu's character, please rest assured, you could not be more wrong. While I do wish the lines between humankind and demonkind had been drawn a bit clearer in this film, they most certainly still exist. And to be fair, the lines aren't entirely clear to the characters either. Urmi herself has a moment of doubt.
Are you a prisoner too? Is Kima making you do this?
That's not really an answer, and yet at the same time, that's the only answer she could ever need. That was a demon. Jinyu is a human. A human granted unnaturally long life and supernatural abilities in the service of a Dark Lord, but a person nonetheless. Someone who can still change, still grow, still choose.
I want to believe in your crazy plan, but I don't think I'm the one to help you.
That ability to choose is what separates Jinyu from the demons that surround him. In Christian theology, angels and devils are set in their ways. At a certain point in pre-time, outside of time, whatever, St. Michael, Lucifer, and all the rest made a final, irrevocable choice to serve God or to serve themselves. Humans, at least as long as we still live here on Earth, are not so bound. We are free to change our minds.
Yeah, unless you're a psychopath. Most likely. Or especially a sadistic psychopath. And if that is a thing, then there's probably a paragon on the other end of that also just can't but just do the right thing, which we don't see much because the right thing is usually not very prominent and attention seeking. You always see the bad guy sticking out.
While this Korean mythology obviously does not adhere 100% to Christian beliefs, that all-important element of free will appears quite similar. Jinyu is not, in fact, dead. He still has his earthly body. Its lifespan has simply been extended indefinitely while he serves Gima, who still desires more from him, by the way.
If I help him, he's promised to erase my memories, and those voices in my head will be gone.
All that to say, Jinyu is a man for whom redemption is still possible, not a demon who can be cut down without hesitation or remorse. You know, like the whole host of demons that breaks out during this movie's finale, including the other Saja boys who seem incapable of impromptu human interaction, only performing their pre-written and choreographed songs and dances. So, who do seem to be full-fledged demons, or at least humans who had already made that irrevocable choice to serve.
The movie simply doesn't have time to explore them all.
Gima. Either way, they are clearly beyond redemption, as evidenced by their song, Your Idol. If someone sings to you, don't let it show. Keep it all inside. The pain and the shame, keep it out of sight. And I'm the only one who will love your sins. That's a demon, and you should kill it.
That's kind of a weak argument considering Jinyu is part of the band as well. I still think they're full-fledged demons. Yeah, okay, fine. We don't know.
Well, yeah, Jinu's the only one with that still the only one left with a conscience.
Yeah.
Well, as I said,
the other four don't give a
the
damn.
movie simply doesn't have time to explore that, so
yeah,
it's as it is.
Yeah, it's fine.
You have the freedom to interpret it as you want.
Yeah.
As long as you don't have to
At least it implies that the other four just don't give a damn, but he does.
Yeah, in storytelling, you usually do a mirror of the main characters, so that's something along those lines. But there's really no point to fleshing them out. There's too many characters. The movie's only an hour and a half long, I think.
Yeah,
around there. Okay.
The other indicator that you should not be a fan of this band is the fact that their fan club is called the Pride. But it's a pride of lion. Saja means lion. Yes, it does. But also, pride is one of the capital sins. It's the capital sin, really, from which all others flow. Pride is our sense of self-importance, our placement of ourselves and our own wants and needs above the good of others. It's what caused the fall, both falls, actually, and it has remained the source of human wickedness for thousands and thousands of years. Apparently, Saja...
I still don't understand how pride was the reason why Eve took the apple. It's just the snake told her, nope, you're not gonna die if you eat it. It's fine. Yeah, have fun. And she said, okay. That has nothing to do with pride. That's just idiocy. Yeah.
It can also be interpreted to mean Grim Reaper, so that's fun too. Despite all the praise that I've heaped on this movie, I do have some minor complaints, like how the end of Rumi's character arc felt rushed, but overall I think K-pop Demon Hunters did a solid job showing us that demons exist, that evil exists, and that they ought to be eradicated, but also that fallible, sinful humans are not demons, and that hope for redemption persists as long as one retains the ability to choose. Jinyu could choose what he did and thus who he was. On the other hand, we have the demons from Freerend Beyond Journey's End. Now, the demons in this anime do have some measure of free will. I don't mean to imply that they are automatons whose every move is programmed into them. What they cannot do, however, is go against their nature. And their nature, wouldn't you know it, is to hunt, kill, and eat humans. When we are first introduced to demons, however, it's hard...
Just like a sadistic psychopath. Because the only thing that kind of human derives pleasure from is by inflicting pain on others.
Hard to imagine how Freerun blasting them into bits of mana would be remotely controversial. After all, they tend to look like this. But then Freerun, Fern, and Stark arrive at a town weary of its long war with demonkind and whose leaders are seeking to make peace. Naturally, peace talks require envoys, and the demons sent to parley with the humans look like, well, this. Oh, I get it now. If you want people to empathize with your merciless mandating monsters, all you have to do is make them hot. Okay, I'm being facetious, but there's more than a hint of truth in that.
There's actually a visual pun there, because effectively the demons are mimics, and Frieren may not fall for the demons, but she does fall for mimics all the time.
Mind you, there is an exception to what he just said. Again, to bring up Sparta from Devil May Cry, it's like we never had a hard confirmation of what he looked like in his human form that he took after everything was said and done, and yet a lot of us could still understand his plight for the protection of humanity.
The whole thing in DMC with Dante and Virgil is that the human forms are just disguises, right?
For pure demons. For those two specifically, the demon form is basically a heightened form of power. That's basically what it is. Just to explain away, just that it's a power up in gameplay.
Yeah, they were born and looked like humans. Yeah, they
for
grew
the
up
half
as
humans.
boys.
They have to for like the partial demons, like the half humans, like Dante and Virgil. They have to explicitly tap into that power to reach their demon form.
Joe. In this episode's flashback, Himmel the hero hesitates to kill a demon who looks like a scared little girl, his compassion and kindness overcoming him when the apparently helpless creature cries out in pain and terror, and the village chief similarly takes sympathy on the demon.
Yeah, and that is derived from pity, which is what they really play upon. They don't really aim for compassion or empathy, not empathy. If you had empathy, you would understand how they act, which is what Frieren does. She knows how they work, that's why she understands them. But everybody else is falling for them because they don't truly understand them, and thus they're falling for them through pity. It's the same way that the SJWs always operate when they call for anything. They never truly appeal to your empathy. They appeal to your pity. And that's what people haven't figured out yet when they say, oh, it's suicidal empathy. No, it's pity. It's pity. The decrepit, inbred little cousin of empathy.
Kill her, and we'd be no better than them.
I'll admit, at this point in Freerun, I wasn't sure where they were going with the demons. I half suspected they would pull an, actually, the demons aren't so bad. They're mostly misunderstood, and throw a pall of moral confusion over the whole show in the process. After all, Himmel had largely been depicted as the wiser of the pair in his conversations with Freerun. Despite having lived for over a millennium, Freerun learns a great deal of wisdom from Himmel, mostly regarding human relationships, but as it turns out, demonology is at least one area in which Freerun's expertise ought to be trusted, as the little demon ends up killing the village chief who saved her life and burns his house down so she can kidnap his daughter and present her to the couple whose child she had previously eaten.
Here, take this child as a replacement for your offspring.
What's most interesting about this scene is that the demon, sensing their constant desire to kill her, expressed a desire to live in harmony with the humans. It does almost seem as if demons could live peacefully among people, but they are, clearly, ultimately, unable to resist their very nature. In order to survive, they will maim.
There was quite a contradiction that you just formulated. No, they don't have a desire to belong to human society. They have a desire to be among their prey. Just like a pack of wolves would follow around a herd of sheep.
Yeah, it's not like the demons are stupid. They're like, oh, if I do this will kill me, so I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to wait for a week, a year, 10 years, whatever. Then I'm going to slaughter them all. It's still the desire to do that. They just could spend extra amount of time. Oh, they're living together. Oh, that was 10 years. Yeah, no. They're going to crush your entire society. They're going to kill you all, however creative way they want to do it. So time is not really the factor here.
That's why we need walls.
They will destroy and consume.
They're monsters who learn to speak. Monsters who found they could lure in humans by crying, "Help me."
We, as humans, learn to speak so that we can communicate with others, so we can form bonds between persons. Language is an essential and fundamental part of the human experience. But for Freerun's demons, it is a mere utility. They only speak because it is a more effective method of hunting. As the little demon says as she dies, her kind has learned to cry out, "Mommy," when they are threatened, despite not ever knowing their own mothers who abandoned them at birth, because
that word stops humans. It keeps them from murdering us.
This is what makes the demons in Freerun truly evil.
And that's what a magic spell effectively is. It doesn't need to be fireballs and lightning. It suffices that... Yes, exactly. Thank you. It suffices that you say something and it makes the other person stop in their tracks, which gives you ample time to strike. That's a magic spell already. And that's what a lie is, effectively. A lie is just the untrue word.
Magic, or any other facet of life, is only valued for its usefulness, for how well it can serve them. Demons have no concept of friendship, of philosophy, of art, of the things that, to again quote C.S. Lewis, give value to survival. They simply seek their own individual survival through any and all means necessary. But Sam, can they really be called
just
evil
like communists?
If they cannot act otherwise? Are not good and evil things that we must choose? Excellent question. We can see that the demons in Doom, or Cave Out Demon Hunters, or Freerun are evil because of what they do, because they take evil actions. They possess humans, steal their souls, or manipulate, lie to kill, and eat them. In all cases, the demons appear to have no real choice in the matter. Not anymore, anyway. They simply do what their nature demands of them. Their existence is evil. They are ontologically evil. In a sense, we can think of the evil of demons, even in fantasy or sci-fi stories, in the same way that we think of the evils of humanity. Evil must be stamped out, wherever it goes, wherever it lies, wherever it hides. Most often, that evil exists within our own hearts, and it is up to us to purge ourselves of the stain of our selfishness.
Yeah, and you still leave out that there are people who are only that. That's the problem. Ourselves, we can check, yeah, sure. But what do you do about the people who are not capable of that? Because they do not have a functioning conscience. They feel no remorse. Those people exist. And they may only make up 2 to 5%, which is already a damn lot if you think about it. But what do you do if those kinds of people begin working together? And, for example, imagine they take over politics and begin ruling us. I mean, it's just a minority of like 2% or more, but they're the worst kinds of people. What do you do then? Because they won't check themselves, they won't fight the evil within themselves, because that's all they are. They think it's good what they're doing because it serves them. That's the problem.
I don't think he's actually talked about real life people. I just think he's just talked about the fact that it's strange that people would try and defend mindless killing monsters.
Yeah, well, that's the very people that are the problem. They see themselves reflected and called out. But I wanted to do the evil thing. I can't people be aware of what I'm doing, because then I can't do the thing anymore.
Yeah, it's usually when we have a contrarian opinion of good and evil, or in stories like this, it's to shed the light on, well, maybe there is some substance. Maybe there's actually an argument to be made. There is no argument in these stories. There is no good side. There is no, silver lining to whatever dark cloud they're giving you. It's simply not there. With the stories of jobless reincarnation, where they were making arguments with, he's a pervert. He's a 30-year-old man stuck in a boy's body. It's like, okay, you don't think boys were perverts growing up? You don't think that's natural? To have sexual feelings, even though if you don't understand them, that's part of growing up. So whether it's because you've been reincarnated and you have this maturity of a 35-year-old acting like a little boy, or whether it's a story about killing demons with no positively good in them that you could argue, it's the same thing with these people. Oh, we have to bring it up because it's possible. These are the minorities of these stories. You have to think of them and think of them within modern day social norms, or whatever they want to call their sensibilities of whatever political stripe they are these days. I can't even describe
2020s California.
Californian left-leaning something or others. Yeah, I don't know. You have to bring it up and make an argument. Oh, this is a popular thing. We got to talk about that thing because people like it. It's like, no, there's nothing to argue. It's silly.
Malice and our pride. Those vices and other than they are, just as demons cannot be anything but tempters and predators. Whatever their history, whatever choice they may have made in the past, whether they are monster, fallen angel, or what have you, they are evil. And
that's why we shouldn't let them out of prison again once they're in and we verified that, oh fuck, their brains are broken.
And destroying evil is awesome, actually.
Back to 2.
Yeah, because that means they are not redeemable, they're not reformable. Like in Germany and other European countries, our prison system is focused on reform instead of mere punishment. But the problem is you have these types that are not reformable. They are not capable of reform. And that's where forensic psychiatry comes into play. Because that's people that, well, if they only have like a 5-year sentence, if it is evaluated, I'll know that person, we can't let that guy out again, then that guy stays in. The problem is our current politics don't work that way.
All right.
That's another topic.
Here we go. This is a super chat from Max and Zero. Thank you, sir. Satan told Eve she'd be as gods if she ate the fruit. The pride is to attempt being greater than yourself or God?
Must be. What kind of Bible did you read?
Well, the Bible with Genesis is very straightforward. It's very matter of fact. They might have described that emotion with Eve. I don't know. But
not really.
It's mostly interpretive as an allegory. So that's kind of how it goes. Also, Lucifer and Satan are not the same thing. Well, actually, they are. Just that they were the angel Lucifer and then the devil Satan is the same being, but obviously differently named.
Yeah, it's just the Satan is more of a descriptor. That means the antagonist.
I don't know the actual.
That can be anyone.
I'm not sure about the etymology of the word, but it was Samael. Was the original name, and then that was retranslated to Lucifer, and then Satanel was the other depiction of that. So I'd have to look at the history of that, but the etymology is a little rich because we're talking about a major figure in Judeo-Christian mythology. So, I thought this would be a good for Cyrek to pop in, but it's pretty light listening, nothing complicated. We don't need someone studying that sort of stuff. Anyway, that was a good video. It was fantastic. Good stuff. Easy, not hard. I had a minor argument on the term ontological, but that's okay. You can use that in that context. It works. Yeah, everything was good. And I don't think we have any memes because there's really nothing to say.
I think I'm gonna subscribe.
We're just watching him and just listening. So
yeah.
And the Bible line. Yes, it mentions the part of you will be as God, but it's more about all the other things, like your eyes will be opened, you will know what is good and evil, because that is what makes God.
And
he knows, you don't, because you are a child, you don't know, you can't distinguish. What makes God is the ability to distinguish. And you think you interpret this as pride, or most of the people interpret this as pride. I rather see in all of these things greed, and that you can interpret greed as the root of all the other sins just as well, if not better.
You could say, if you want to be really lackadaisical, curiosity, but that's not really very accurate. So either way, you can interpret it any way you like. It's the Bible. That's the point. So anyway, that was a great video. I'm glad we covered him again. I'm glad we had something to say, because I'm like, oh, we love this guy. He makes great videos. There's really nothing for us to input. So it was nice to have at least something to say. Yeah.
But I think he's Cork?
I'm just saying, at least it's a change from crazed politics.
Oh yeah. Pretty on the nose, though, in some cases. Yeah. It doesn't matter whether these people are talking about media, video games, actual politics. Yeah, they're always going to bring up a contrary opinion. Oh, I don't like this element. It's like, yeah, so do mothers in the 70s not like rock and roll and a bunch of other jazz music because it has people dancing and, oh, it's sexual. It's like, yeah, thanks. We get it.
Yeah. But no, it was just nice not to have a strange curveball.
Yeah.
And just like a video about the topic, straight to the point, simple, explains everything, and I don't have to listen to someone going, talking of soulless demons, Donald Trump. You're like, oh, for God's sake, here we go.
Yeah, that's also nice. Anyway, thank you guys for the recommendation. That was Master Samwise. Great channel. Simple videos, saying what everyone else knows just in a very succinct way, and quoting C.S. Lewis was very nice. I appreciated that. Not much philosophy, didn't have to go into that to get into objective good versus evil arguments, which is fine.
No, it's just demons are evil, kill them.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't have to go. He mentioned D&D, saying this is different than how D&D or Pathfinder would interpret the term daemon or devil or demon. Fine, didn't have to go that either, but he did make the mention of it. So I'm like, hey, good for you. You know some other popular terms that people are throwing around these days. So good stuff. I guess if we can cover another one of his videos, but they're all positive. So why not?
Go subscribe to Lex Luthor.
Okay. Anyway, thank you guys for the suggestion. That was a nice quick video. We'll talk to you soon. Have yourself a great evening. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Oh.